It's always such a busy weekend, this one in Monaco. New livery for the team on the car this weekend. What are the hopes, though, from McLaren on what can be achieved out on track?
What did I say? I think it's tended to be a decent race for us in the past. If I just look at the history of what we've done here, P5 I think last year, or P4, a podium 2 years ago. It's been one that we've generally done decent at. It's smaller straights, which is good for us. A little bit, as much as it is reliant upon downforce and load and having a car which gives you confidence. It's also least about that because of how slow the corners are here. So it's probably our best chance in some ways to do well, if that makes sense. But we'll find out tomorrow what the car can do.
I saw some comments out of you during the week that you've really taken a lot on yourself this year in terms of car development and helping to push the team forward. How does that work? For those at home that aren't part of a Formula One team and don't really understand how it works, how does that work in terms of you giving the feedback and taking that lead?
I mean, it is a complicated process. It's not like I just say, do this and then it happens. For one, it can take months, weeks, months to implement big changes, and even years if it's something substantial. But it's just trying to give precise feedback, knowing what consequences different things can have. If I want one thing from the car, like what do we have to maybe give up in order to achieve that, and all of these different things. So it's easy at times to go around in a circle. You want this, and then you lose something else, and then you want that, and you can go back and forth easily. But you get to a point when, as much as you just want loads, you just want more downforce front and rear, it gets to like a more technical side on how you want to achieve it, at what point of corners, at what speed ranges you want all of these things at. So it gets complicated, but it's just trying to tie in like what we have on the simulator, what I have as a feeling, obviously what Oscar has at the same time. But generally our comments and our feelings line up and align very well, that the team have a clear vision, a clear process, and a clear target to go for. So like I said, it's just complicated. It just takes time, but it's just trying to give the guys the best information and most precise information to make improvements.
Has that process changed at all since the shake-up within the technical department?
A little bit. I wouldn't say so much. It's not like the way I suddenly started working is completely different. It's just different people in charge and different things, and sometimes they want to know my comments and my feedback, and other times you almost don't want them to know. You just want to let them crack on with what they're good at, because that's what they're special at doing, and I stick to my driving and I don't try to interfere with what they do, and vice versa. So it is very important to work as a team and kind of know how things tie together and how people work together. And I think we're in a very good place at the minute, so I'm happy with how everything's going.
Final very quick one, just on Monaco. How thin is the line between extracting everything out of the car here and just going a little bit too far?
Depends if it's wet or dry. In the wet, there's like no line. It's just, and you can pay the price very heavily. So it's extremely tough, like scary in some ways of it, but also very relieving when you cross the line and you put a lap together. You're pretty happy about it all. So by far one of the most enjoyable at the same time.